Welcome to Alaska Matters with Chris Story. To reach Chris, call 226-3933. 226-3933. Now, giving you something to talk about, here's Chris Story.
Do you dig Pebble Mine? Can you have both? Can you have a healthy commercial fishery and Pebble Mine? I don't know. I'm embarrassed to admit this to you today, but if you keep it just between you and me, I have not made my mind up, and I pride myself on being a very decisive person. I don't equivocate, don't quibble back and forth on decisions. I make decisions and move forward. I think that's a good sign of a leader, and I pride myself on leadership skills, and among other things. By the way, I look fantastic today. I wish you could see me. But on Pebble, I'm undecided, and I'm counting on you. If you've ever watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, have you seen that? Regis Philbin would give the contestant an opportunity to go to the audience. And almost every single time, 9 out of 9.5 times, the audience is correct. The audience knows. And I'm counting on you to know what you think, and I would love for your input today on Pebble Mine. What do you think about Pebble Mine? Can it coexist with the brand of Alaska? Now, my version or vision of Alaska is basically Alaska is a majestic place of wealth and prosperity for those willing to bear the elements. So, in some sense, of course, mining fits into that brand. But I don't know that it isn't trading one resource, that being the Bristol Bay fishery, for Pebble Mine. So I'm undecided. I'm counting on you. Our number for you to call right now, 226-3933. 226-3933 is the number. Want you to weigh in, whether you're pro, anti, maybe you're undecided. We can have a conversation together. This is your community. This is your show. Now, whoever calls, you're not going to walk away empty-handed. See, I like this. If I give you $1 and you give me $1, we each have $1. If I give you an idea and you give me an idea, we each have 2 ideas. So automatically, if you call 226-3933 and we engage in a conversation, we'll each have been benefited by that conversation. And also, guess what you could win? Yeah, that's right, a free Occupy Prosperity t-shirt, which I know you've been dying to get one. We've got our 3rd printing here in the studios. They're ready to pick up, 226-3933. Also, we've got a couple of bottles of Trevo, the liquid supplement that I'm going to be talking to you about in a minute. We've got a couple bottles to give away, and we've also got some movie passes coming up. That's all right here on what's been deemed the greatest show on earth, Alaska Matters.
The Caribou Family Restaurant looks great after their remodel and is still open daily 6 a.m. till 10 at Lake Street and Pioneer Avenue in Homer, and open 24 hours daily in Soldotna at the corner of K Beach Road and the Sterling Highway. The Caribou Family Restaurant features prime rib on Friday and Saturday nights. Breakfast or lunch, any time of the day. The Caribou Family Restaurant in Homer and in Soldotna, open every day of the year, where friends and family meet.
Alaska Matters is brought to you in part by Blackwater Bend, keeping Alaska awake and perky for over 10 years on the Sterling Highway halfway between Homer and Anchor Point. Your year-round headquarters for expertly crafted coffee and tasty treats. Make Blackwater Bend your coffee shop. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Bobby Triplett. I am a barista here at the Blackwater Bend. My favorite drink for the season is a raspberry spice chai. We are open from 5 a.m. in the morning, crack of dawn, till 7 p.m. at night.
Panoramic Heights, spectacular ocean and mountain views, including volcanoes and incredible sunsets. Live outside of town, but less than 10 minutes from Homer. Affordable land for your dream home. These lots are priced to sell. Owners will finance, and so will First National Bank Alaska. Call Deborah at Bay Realty at 235-6283 for more information today. 235-6283, and enjoy the privacy and quiet life this wonderful subdivision offers. Or how about 52 acres next door? Celebrate nature. Set amid the rolling hills, peace and privacy can be yours on this 52-acre estate. Live well on this beautiful parcel. Move bear, and other wildlife are here to greet you. Come home to a secluded estate, away from the world, but within driving distance to everything. Urban farmers and ranchers will find this a true delight. Call Deborah Lysick at Bay Realty at 235-6183. When you need results, Bay Realty works.
You're listening to Alaska Matters. I'm Christopher Story, your host for Great Adventures in the Last Frontier. Today, I've got a question for you. What do you think about Pebble Mine? Do you dig Pebble or not? Can we sustain a fishery and Pebble Mine? It's your opportunity to weigh in. We'll be talking with Wes in just a moment and see if Wes has the answer. I want to hear from you. I really have not made up my mind, and so I'm looking to hear from you. If you were to just visit this community, though, and you looked around at the bumper stickers, you looked around at the little placards in the windows, red T-shirts and other types of paraphernalia, you would realize, or at least assume and gather, that this is an anti-Pebble community. So I'm asking you, is the Kachemak vicinity, are we pro or against are we anti-Pebble or pro-Pebble? So it's your chance to call in, weigh in. We've often said that, there's a vocal minority that feels one way or another. Here's your time to chime in, 226-3933, 226-3933. Now, before you think about not dialing, remember, you could win movie tickets, you could win T-shirts, you could win a bottle of mineral supplements called Trevo, which, by the way, I'm doing what I'm calling 5 to Thrive, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. It involves Trevo and 4 other things that you can do likewise and feel fantastic and look fantastic, just like your host. Hello, Wes. Welcome to Alaska Matters.
Yeah, I've worked in the chemical industry all my life, and most everything I hear all the time for the last 50 years is just propaganda. Mm-hmm. The government people, the people get pretty involved. But they want to shut the United States down. They don't want any industry here. They want nothing. We cleaned 26, I came up in 82. Before that, we ran all kinds of bad stuff through boilers to running plants, Dow Chemical plant I worked at. But it was cleaned up, went through baghouses, came out, and the only thing that went out the top was CO2, which is a good thing for the planet. Mm-hmm. I had a person tell me the other day that it was a pollutant, and I said, well, if that's a pollutant and you want to take it away, then you'll kill this planet, because without it, there would be there'd be nothing. Everything would die on it.
Sure.
And there's most of these people I talk to do not have a clue why they're against Pebble or against coal mining or against atomic plants.
And see, Wes, that's where I'm at. Here's what I know, Wes, and let me ask you if you've seen some of these advertisements where what I think I know is it'll be the largest open pit mine in North America. I believe that I know there'll be a toxic, quote-unquote, lake behind an earthen dam that could break loose and destroy the Bristol Bay fishery. I know that the Lake Clark Borough, the folks over there, do not want it by a narrow margin.
It's already there then, right? Earthen dam is already there. You're talking about that?
Well, I don't know. I'm telling you what I know based on the television commercials that I see, and that's about as far as I know.
That's all malarkey.
In what way?
Well, because, first of all, you have to have it there. That's like saying that the building, that's like making a statement on a building before it can be built.
But there's a potential for these things. Is that correct in your opinion?
There's a potential for anything.
Yes.
I walk in the room, there's a potential I'm going to give you a cold.
Oh, man.
That's
on the phone.
A statement as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, so you're not, Wes, you're not concerned.
I'm 78 years old. I've been in the chemical industry all my life, and I hear this stuff again and again.
Yeah.
Going back 60, 70. Anyway, there's nothing you can believe in the newspapers anymore. I don't take it anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't even have television. I'm so sick of it.
I'm glad you've got a radio, though.
No, I have. I take most of my literature and by writing letters, reading books, and the studies that are made all my life. I've been involved in politics all my life.
Well, Wes, let me see if I can distill this down. You're saying, based on what you've seen in the petrochemical industry,
I worked in it all my life.
You believe that Pebble can be accomplished with the fishing industry still intact, and that we don't need one or the other. It can be both have a healthy fishery and Pebble Mine. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's just like they're blown away on the whales, because of this and that. Well, the only enemy the whales have are the fishermen. And it's the same way with anything else. Like the polar bears are saying that, the same darn thing up there. they've increased in 5 times in the last 40 years in their population size, but yet they're saying they're going to go away and die. I hear this stuff all the time, and it's always malarkey coming from the left wing. I wish I could read one. Over the years, I hear it, and then I see it, and I hear it, and I see it, and I hear it, and I see it. And I feel sorry for this country.
Well,
down the drain pretty fast, and I don't think there's going to be any worry about it because there won't be a fisher either the way this country's going.
Where I stand on ANWR is open now. I want ANWR to be drilled immediately. I believe that we've proven throughout the history of Alaska, Wes, that we can have a successful gas and oil exploration and development and pipeline. I think we've proven ourselves so well adept at protecting the environment, encouraging actually the caribou population to grow and so forth, that I say open ANWR immediately. The reason that I don't say that about Pebble right now is, number one, I don't know if me saying anything will do squat. I don't know. My opinion may
what
not
you're
matter.
saying on the radio right now means a lot, because most people only know what they hear.
That's right.
They don't look into anything. They don't investigate it, which I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked in those industries. I know what they do and what they can't do.
Yeah.
The first plant I worked at was a French outfit in the United States of America. The most polluting thing you can imagine. The next plant I worked at was a Dow Chemical plant, which was like going to a different planet. Superbly clean, Scott air packed, everything else. I never realized when I was young that you put a chemical plant in the United States and it was a foreign plant, that they weren't going by our rules. And just like British Petroleum, they're a great thing for us and everything, but
they've got their own set of rules.
They around things that ARCO could not.
See, Wes, you yourself are raising another question.
I know, but it all fits in one.
Foreign owned.
It all fits. It's one whole big picture that's looking down on what you're talking about.
Okay, so Wes, in summary, before we get to the big prize that you're about to walk away with, you are not concerned about the quote-unquote toxic lake that could be created by this open pit mine?
Anything could be.
Okay.
No, I don't think there's going to be a toxic lake.
You think they can handle their...
Yes. There's just like there's ways to refine and clean up this stuff. And the United States of America is the only place in the world left. Well, there's not much chemistry left in the United States. But we had the cleanest in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we shipped it overseas and they could care less about it.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, when we do ship some of it, when we rely on foreign oil and
everything
so forth,
over.
I think we're much more responsible with our resource development than probably anywhere else on the planet. I would agree with that 100%. Wes, great call. Thank you for your time. We've got a couple of things to give away. We've got some, which I imagine you would look fantastic in. We've got some Occupy Prosperity T-shirts, which, you know what, I'm just going to give you one of those right off the top. And how about one or two things? Would you like a bottle of Trevo, which is a mineral supplement extremely packed with nutrients and vitamins, or a copy of James C. Wilson's book, Who Says Life is Fair?
Who says life is fair?
All right. Well, Wes, we're down here at the corner of West Hill and Sterling Highway. Come down and claim your prizes, my friend, and thank you for calling us here at Alaska Matters.
Thank you.
Okay, really appreciate everybody's opinion, and that's why we're doing this today. I'm not decided yet on my own opinion of pro-Pebble or anti-Pebble, and that's embarrassing to me, so I'm airing my dirty laundry with you, and I'm asking for you to call 226-3933, 226-3933. We're going to talk with Gloria, and then we're going to come back after the break. We're going to have an opportunity to win some movie tickets. But first, let's take Gloria's call. Gloria, welcome to Alaska Matters.
Thank you.
Gloria, where do you find yourself on the issue of Pebble? Are you pro or anti-Pebble Mine or undecided?
I am pro.
Okay, and can you care to share why you're pro-Pebble?
Okay, I'm a coal miner's daughter. I am 77 years old. The reason I'm in Alaska is because my father brought me up here in 1939, and he worked at Centrana and Jonesville and Esca, Buffalo, Knob Creek, all of these different coal mines. And today they say, that they're going to cause an environmental hazard and that. And we used to get off work. We lived in the camps. We never died of anything that had to do with coal mining. We'd go fishing, and we'd eat fish that came out of the creek that was right around the coal mines. And I've been around gold mining. I have never seen any harm to our country by, mining our elements.
In fact, a lot of good has come from mining, hasn't it?
That is exactly what built this country back with the gold.
It's so easy to forget that, Gloria, because, you've got me by a couple of years. and which was very generous of you to give us your age. But you go back to a point in time, and you go back to a lifestyle that so many of us coming up in the next several generations don't even know about. We've got our cell phones, we've got our technology, we've got our paved super highways, even here in Alaska with the luxury of the 2-lane Sterling Highway and Seward Highway. If I'm held up for 5 minutes, it's like, come on, let's move on. We forget what you've already been through, and so your perspective means a lot to me. Gloria, can you hang on through the break, and we'll pick this up on the other side?
Okay.
Okay, hold the line just 1 second. Folks, don't you go anywhere. Join us on Alaska Matters. We're talking about Pebble. Is it a good thing? Do you know what you think about it? Or are you like me, still trying to make up your mind, and you're weighing it based in the public opinion, what you see on television, and is it propaganda? The number 226-3933.
Commit this number to memory, 399-1526. When you need snow removal, snow plowing, and sanding this winter, call Richard at 399-1526. Great Wire Construction, locally owned and lifelong Alaskan operated, can take care of all your snow plowing, snow removal, and sanding needs. If you'd like, Richard will deliver sand to your residence for your use when needed. Licensed, bonded, and insured. Great Wire Construction, 399-1526.
Oh, no. I'm out of water. No problem. Call More and More, your locally owned water supplier. 24-hour service from your locally owned water company. Tired of working with an outside corporation? Want to support local business and get better service for less? Then put More and More to work for you. 235-8837. More and More is next door. 235-8837.
Now that it's colder and darkness has taken over, it's easy to let it get you down. But you know, one thing that really perks me up, how more and more people are lighting up their houses for the holidays, thanks to Christmas Decor by Dutch Boy Landscaping. Dutch Boy makes turning your home or business into a cheery piece of the winter puzzle, minus the hassle of having to find a good spot to base a ladder on ice, battle the elements, or scale that roof. It makes a lot of sense to rely on expert decorators trained in safety and proper installation methods. Christmas Decor offers customized lighting displays, garlands, wreaths, and bows. They can design the display, install it, maintain it. They even take down and clean up when the season's over. So if you've been dreading hauling out boxes and boxes of holiday decorations and the threat to life and limb it entails, maybe it's your year to leave it to Christmas Decor by Dutch Boy Landscaping. Find out more about brightening up your place with professional holiday decorating. Contact Danny at 235-7140. 235-7140. Christmas Decor by Dutch Boy. Call now.
A story here with your Radio Realty Reality Check. Thinking about buying a home or investment property? First things first, assemble a real estate team. You start with a realtor you know, like, and trust. Then add a mortgage lender that works for you. Find an inspector in your area with good referrals. And last but not least, your insurance agent should be at the ready when you select your property. Prosperity's in the air every Wednesday at 12:30 on KPEN 102 FM. Podcast our show from RadioRealty.us. Miss a minute, you could miss a million. You're listening to Alaska Matters. I'm Christopher Story on the line with Gloria. Gloria was bringing us up to speed on her long and fruitful history with mining in America and in Alaska, specifically since 1939. Gloria, really appreciate your opinion and also your take on this from the perspective that you're coming from actual experience with mining. What say you, though, regarding the lake? Now, this is different than the coal mining that I understand in that it's an open pit mine. Does that lake of waste and toxicity, does it bring you any pause for concern as you consider the Pebble Mine issue?
Well, no, it doesn't. But, you know, for all the money the younger generation has spent against, working against this project that's already really millions of dollars underway, why, that could have built a concrete dam if they wanted it.
Yeah, that's creative.
I just feel that there's always a way and a means for everybody to make a compromise.
Yes.
And let's use our land. We can fish, I fish. We can, we can mine.
Yeah.
Like I say, I come from a mining family. And we've done gold mining. And if you want to take the land back and everything, nature takes it back. You can't even find some of the places I named today.
That, you know what, that's a really, really good point. And within a half a mile or less of my office here at the corner of West Hill and the Sterling Highway at Story Real Estate, just a half mile up the road, you'll notice an earthen sort of mound that's grassed over, and that was, I'm told, the entrance to a coal mine dating back to the maybe 20s or 30s here in Homer, that those of us driving by or tourists in a motorhome would have not a single clue that that was once the entry point of a coal mine.
No, they wouldn't. Absolutely not.
Good point. Gloria, your perspective is wonderful. I appreciate your perspective and bringing it here to Alaska Matters. We've got a couple things to give away. We've got a book entitled Who Says Life is Fair by James C. Wilson. Great read or a gift for a family member. Also, we've got some Occupy Prosperity t-shirts and fantastic mineral supplement, a vitamin supplement, I should say, called Trevo. What would be your heart's preference today?
I think the book, I'm a great reader, and I look at all sides of things.
Awesome. You're going to love this book, Who Says Life is Fair by James C. Wilson, 17 Principles to Win No Matter What. Gloria, there's a copy here at Story Real Estate waiting for you.
I'll drop by.
Okay, thank you so much, and I really sincerely appreciate your call today. You take care of yourself. Now, upcoming here, we've got Paul, and Paul apparently has a different perspective. Paul's not in favor of Pebble Mine. Before we go to Paul, let me remind you of what's playing here in Homer. To quote Jeff Foxworthy, the name escaped me for a minute, Jeff Foxworthy, he says that if an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger has ever changed your life, you might be a redneck. Well, here's how we're going to play the game today. For the movie Courageous, we've got 4 tickets. I thought I had 2. We've actually got 4. We've doubled your chances. The number is 226-3933. This is a life-changing movie. It's an incredible movie. If you haven't seen it, there's gunplay, there's car chases, there's violence, there's love. You will laugh, you will cry. It's an incredible movie that I could not believe how fast it went by. 226-3933. Here's how you win the tickets. You call up and you just simply share with us. Okay? You're going to win 2 tickets each. You're going to share with us a movie that you have found inspirational. You and a friend can go to a movie. You and your loved one will go to a movie for free. 226-3933. Name one movie that you have found inspirational right now. Without further ado, we go to Paul. Paul, thanks for holding. You're on Alaska Matters.
Yes, I definitely wanted to call and help convince you and others out there that might not have decided on the Pebble Mine that I'm definitely against the mine.
Okay, why are you anti-Pebble? What's the story?
I think it's far more important to have the sustainability of our fisheries than it is to have the mine. There are definite hazards that are produced during the mining process, and both our wilderness in that area that would be disrupted and the fisheries that would be disrupted just aren't worth the risk.
Okay, and so in other words, to answer the previous question that I asked at the outset of the show is, can we maintain a successful fishery and dig Pebble Mine? Your answer, Paul, is no, it's not possible.
I agree, it's not possible, mainly because it'd be digging up too much ground at the headwaters and the surrounding watershed that all drains into there, whether it's siltation or outright contamination. To even disrupt a portion of that would be devastating. We have very few fisheries left in the world that are productive, and this is one of the most productive left in the world, and food far outweighs the other game.
You're bringing up a really good point, and I think that I would phrase it like this. You can't pick up one end of the stick without picking up the other. So if you are digging in a very vital and resource-rich area, are you not at the same time absolutely picking up the other end of the stick, which is potentially harming, as you put it, a renewable resource that comes back season after season, and a lot of people depend on the Bristle Bay fishery. This is the crux of my problem. And do you have, Paul, some recommendation? So you've made your mind up. You are definitely against Pebble Mine. Do you have some resource or some information, or is there a credible, disinterested third party that you've discovered that has bolstered your opinion or maybe even helped you form it, where people can go and look at this information that's not propagandized?
Well, I've gathered my information from a number of different sources, whether it was internet research or my life experiences in different areas of the world, too, where I've seen mining. They put on a good show. They say whatever they feel that they need to say to get their permit, but they seldom, if ever, carry through with it. And the devastation that happens during the process, once it's passed, it's almost impossible to rein it in and to have them hold to their standards. They just disregard it. They'd rather pay the fines than to hold to the standards.
226-3933. 226-3093 is the phone number. We're talking to Paul. Paul is convinced that there will be just a very bad effect if we do dig pebble and that the fishery will not sustain. What do you think? 226-3933. Join the conversation. It's not too late. You could also pick up some movie tickets. Well, Paul, I understand. Do you live in the Homer area or the Kachemak Bay area?
Yes, I do.
So what's your sense of it? Would you say that this community, by and large, based on your experience, is pro or anti-pebble? What do you think?
I believe they are anti-pebble. They love the earth. They love the resources of the fish and game, and they want to see that preserved not only for our generation, but generations to come. But another very important part of this scenario is the financial benefits and the jobs will mostly be outside of Alaska. They will not benefit Alaskans in the long run, or even in the short run. The majority of it will be outside.
Paul, I've got a couple of things for you. I want to thank you for calling in on Alaska Matters and being part of the program. We've got, would you like a bottle of Trevo, or would you like an Occupy Prosperity T-shirt for
a bottle of Trevo sounds great.
Oh, it is great. I'm telling you, I'm doing this 5 to Thrive. I get up at 5 a.m., work out for 30 minutes, take a sauna for 30 minutes, and then mix up some fresh vegetable juice, and then throw in a shot of this Trevo. I've never felt better, and I'm not being paid to say that. I'm telling you what I feel, and I'm looking forward to meeting you, Paul. Come down here to West Hill and the corner of the highway at Story Real Estate and pick up your bottle.
Very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your opinion and calling into Alaska Matters. Everybody's got an opinion. I've got an opinion. I just don't have a decision made, all right? It's 226-3933, your chance to weigh in on Pebble Mine if you'd like. Let's play our Blackwater Bend Mind Bender. The number, 226-3933. You could pick up a Blackwater Bend coffee card for free. Here's the question. In Honolulu, an 11-year-old boy used what to fight off a kidnapper attempting to steal their car with his little sister inside? Did this 11-year-old boy fight off the kidnapper with his jiu-jitsu skills, his bad breath, or pepper spray? A, B, or C, jiu-jitsu, bad breath, or pepper spray? 226-3933. 226-3933. We want to send you out to Blackwater Bend for free. Dave, I don't want to put you on the spot. Have you just answer this. Have you made up your mind about Pebble Mine? Not that it'll make a difference.
You want me to come out on this one, do you?
Well, if you made up your mind. You don't have to tell us which way you lean, but you made up your mind?
I'm pro. I think I'd say I'm pro. I'm pretty much pro-development up and down the line anyway.
I am, too. I would agree with that 100%, with the exception on Pebble. I do feel that natural resource of the Bristol Bay fishery. I've been over there in a helicopter. I've been on a plane. I've been on a processor. I've been on a tender and a small fishing boat. And I think that's what's going on here, is that I'm looking at the delicate balance and saying, I'm not 100% sure. I knew we couldn't solve it in 30 minutes, but I knew we'd have some fun. 226-3933, 226-3933. Weigh in on the Blackwater Bend Mind Bender. Tiffany will tell you whether or not you're going to Blackwater Bend for free or not. It's a coffee card. It's waiting for you, a coffee card out of Blackwater Bend. And the movie Courageous. Call right now, 226-3933, and you'll have movie passes. All you got to do is say, I want to go see a movie, and Tiffany will send you. We've got 2 sets to give away. That's 4 tickets. I want to thank everybody for participating in Alaska Matters. Dave, thanks for engineering a great show.
Thank you.
We'll pick up this end of the stick again on the Pebble Mine issue. Like I said, I knew we couldn't solve it in 30 minutes, but I appreciate you. And remember, matters of importance are Alaska Matters.
The Peninsula's home for unforgettable favorites. Great listening, 620 AM, KGTL, Homer.